on, Timmer? Gave you a long one today.
Oh, that felt good, buddy.
Good to be back. Good to be back.
It's been a long week. It's good stuff.
Welcome to it. Here. It is the 3BeerPod Season 2, Episode 11. We are one away from a brief hiatus as we do 12-show seasons. It's in our contract, Timmer.
It is.
We're chugging along here for episode number 11. How you doing? What's going on?
Hey, man, feeling good. I think we're ending Season 2. Is going to be a banger here.
Yeah.
A couple banger episodes coming up here, so I'm excited about this. Glad to have our old friends back on here today, too. That's exciting.
Well, let's start with that. Our sponsors for the 3BeerPod, of course, you can, if you are watching this live right now, 7 o'clock Tuesday nights on Facebook at 3BeerPod or on the YouTube machine, or you can download it wherever you get your pods. Every Wednesday morning, we download it there, upload it there, and you download it, and that's how you find it. So our sponsors tonight, welcome back. Sponsoring the show tonight, our friends over at Sons of Kent from the debut episode. They were our first ever guests on the 3BeerPod, so welcome back to the guys from Sons of Kent, and we'll be talking with them here in a couple minutes. Thank you to Shauna over at the Health House, one of our longtime sponsors, and we hope to sign her to a contract for Season 3.
Still in negotiations.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, I think so.
How are those?
That one. It's going well. And our friend Chris McLeod over at Realty House this week. If you sell a house with Chris McLeod, 36 beers. 36 beers.
Okay.
We're ramping it up. We're ramping it up for Season 2. I think that's what it's worth.
Here's the deal. If you list this week with me.
If you list this,
okay.
How much?
If you list, we'll give you 36 beers.
Oh, buddy.
Easy.
Almost dumped a fresh beer on the laptop. That was scary. If you list this week, 36 beers.
That's right.
Do I have to sell? I don't want to. What if there's a loophole there that I just put out a listing and you buy me 36 beers?
And then you pull it off?
Right.
I'll have to talk to my lawyer about that one. We'll talk to my lawyer. Get a hold of me if you're interested. Market's hot right now. Even if you want to talk or you're thinking about selling, we'll hook you up. Good beer, good people, good stories. We've got some good ones coming up with the guys from Sons of Kent. But before we start that, Timmer, we always start with, what you drinking? What?
I'm going to rock a juice box here tonight.
Yep.
Our friends over at Sons of Kent, always a big fan of the juice box, the hazy IPA. I see this all over social media on Instagram posts across Ontario for sure. People enjoying juice boxes, and I'm going to enjoy one with a lot of those people tonight as well. And then,
you know what, Timmer? I was kicking around the Reddit machine yesterday. And there was a whole conversation, I should tell the boys, about the juice box going on. I'm not sure who the user was, but they were drinking some juice box and they had featured it. I thought, that's really cool. We've got them on tomorrow night. Cool. Sorry to cut you off. What else are you drinking tonight, bud?
No, mystery beers.
Mystery beers.
Mystery beers. If you tuned in Season 1, Season 1, Episode 1, we had some beers then that maybe got mislabeled. Doug over at Sons has reassured us that they're going to know what's in these, and we're going to wait to talk to them about what's in here before we crack them. So we'll crack them along with them while we talk to them.
So I'm having myself the raspberry wheat, the berry white, which is obviously very popular, just because I'm not ready to give up the ghost yet. It's still summer in my life, and this screams summer to me. So
what a great summer beer.
Yeah.
Such a good summer beer. Delicious.
So there's the What You Drinking, Bud, this week with a little twist because we don't know what else we're drinking. Well, we kind of do, but we're going to let you in on that here now. Let's pull in our guests from the Sons of Kent. They're in the brewery right now. Tim Copeland, Colin Chrysler, Elf Hunter, and Doug Hunter. Let's see how many of them we can squeeze into a screen at once. All right.
There we go.
Colin, Elf, and Tim. Where's Doug?
I haven't seen him.
Yeah.
There's Sluggo himself.
Love
Thanks for joining, Slug. That's good stuff.
Hey, I won't let you guys down. I'm actually having myself a Don't Panic I found in the cooler this week.
Let people tuned in for the puppet show today. This is fantastic.
Well,
he's a thirsty guy.
Oh, don't panic. That's a nice beer. Ooh, that's good.
I love that there was a meeting today to talk about this. Wasn't there?
That sounds okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
there he is.
Buddy.
There he is.
Oh, man.
Keep an eye out. There's a slug around. Be careful. All right. Hey, guys. Thanks for jumping on here tonight. Our first ever guest, and kind of the ones when we were talking about doing this this podcast, Tim, you and I were like, yeah, maybe we should do it. Maybe we should. We talked to the Sons of Kent guys, and you guys were like, yeah, do it. And you were our first guest. So thanks for being the initial ones. And that was, 20 some episodes ago now. So thanks for being there, guys.
Right when things were getting crazy, I think, right at the beginning of all this craziness stuff.
That's right. What do we want to start with? I guess, first of all, let's start with what's going on. You guys have opened up a patio since we've last talked that we saw develop and come up there on William Street, and looks pretty sweet. What's going on with the patio?
Doug.
Well, we just got it done maybe about 5-6 weeks ago. It's on the corner of King and Adelaide. It wraps right around the building. It's pretty impressive. It was intended to seat about 70 people when we first designed it, but because of COVID, we've reduced that a little bit. But we got some great wood from Goodrow Sawmill from Tilbury. We had Fabmaster do a bunch of steel for us. We had FX Decorating came down and did a bunch of staining for us, and we had the boys at JP Contracting come in and actually do the concrete, do all the build out. So, did I miss anybody? No. Okay.
I've personally gotten to enjoy it several times now. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and of course, just the way the world is right now, that was much needed. I guess, you know what, guys, we should not just assume everybody knows where Sons of Kent is. Obviously, our local viewers will, but we have talked to people all over the province, and they've probably seen Sons of Kent in the LCBO. Where can we find you? How do we find you online?
Sonsofkent.com.
That's a great answer.
I'm surprised we got Tim to give us an answer. I'm just happy with that. That's awesome.
Our brewery's on the corner of King and Adelaide in Chatham, Ontario. It was actually our theater growing up. It was called Cinema 6, so it was a 6-bay theater, and we've slowly grown into almost all 6 of those theaters, and it's got a lot of nostalgia for people in Chatham. So if you're ever in the town and you're not from here, you definitely got to check it out.
For sure. Cameron, what do you got there, buddy?
Yeah. You can fill in 2 parking spots with 1 car if you want, because we have that much parking.
You do have tons of parking.
I think sometimes we take Sons of Kent for granted with everything being close to us, and I think once people have started to try your beer and it's been out and about, it's really growing in popularity across Ontario. What's the sales like? What's the number one beer that people should look for out there, and how do they get it right now?
That's a good question, but Juicebox is actually going to be on sale at the LCBO starting next week, I believe. So 25 cents off, which at the LCBO is a big deal. But we're pretty excited about that. So it's going to be kind of a big province-wide, promotion we're doing, as well as Spirit Wolf is in the LCBO starting this weekend. So it's just kind of our new seasonal listing for this fall. That's our coffee blonde. If you haven't tried it yet, for all the people out there in the beer world, it's been around the brewery for a long time. It's been obviously in Chatham. If you've been to the brewery, you've probably had it by now. But it's going to be province-wide and all the LCBOs for the fall season. So we're really excited about that. And then obviously 8-Track is still in there, and Barry White will be wrapping up the summer season. So those are the beers you can kind of get across the province right now. Barry White's only available for a limited amount of time. The season is kind of winding down, so whatever's left in the LCBO is what's left out there, and then we still have a little bit here left at the brewery. So if you want to grab that, definitely come by and grab some, or stop at your local LCBO.
Do we want to get to these new beers here, Tim, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, let's try one here. I just was crushing some juice box. I can probably tag off into something else here. I'll let those guys pick which one we're going to try here. We going small can or big can?
What should we do, boys?
I'll grab it. Let's do the tall can.
Tall boy right here. All right. So let's crack it, Timmer, and unknown as to what it is, let's taste it and give our review here. All right. So Timmer's classy, drinking it out of a glass, and I never have a glass ready.
I gave you some glasses, bud.
I know. I broke 2 of them the first show. All right. So Timmer, let's pull it up here. So show us that again, Timmer. Let's have a look at it there. Give us a classy little look there. Nice.
Yeah, that's an interesting color there.
All right.
All right.
Cheers.
Let's give her a whirl.
Now, first of all,
Ooh, that's
Sluggo,
drinkable.
Yeah.
is this the right beer? Labeled properly.
I refuse to answer that question. I'm going to let Colin answer it.
It is the correct beer.
All right. This is
Double check.
delicious. Colin, tell us what this new beer is as we cheers and introduce it to the beer world.
Gotta have some first.
Yeah, get it in, yeah.
Good. So this beer is coming out this week. The labels are coming tomorrow. Everything else is planned. But this one we're actually pretty excited about. So everybody loves Berry White. It's probably our big summer beer. We decided to switch it up and make a beer called Cherry White, which is very similar to Berry White, but we use cherries instead of berries. There it is. That's the beer that's going to be coming out on Thursday this week, which is the 10th.
Yeah.
Thursday the 10th.
Yes.
So we're excited about it. It's like Berry White, like I said. It's nice and refreshing. It's light. It's a nice, great way to end the summer. I wish the weather was a bit nicer today, so it'd be a little bit more embracing. But it is going to be an awesome beer. I really like it. The cherry is subtle, but it's nice, and it's got a little bit of tartness, a little bit of sweetness. But it's we use a dark red tart cherry in this beer, so it's got some nice aromatics and some nice flavors for it. So, cheers.
Delicious. Cheers. Timmer, what do you think, buddy?
I think it's delicious. It does give you that night. Oh, I like this right here.
Looks great on your face there, Tim.
It looks good, eh? Just a headset on. Maybe that's a new label right there. It's got a great cherry smell to it, but it's not overbearing. I think it's just a nice light drinking beer.
It's very good. It's very good.
It's very good.
Where did we get the cherries from, boys?
They are from a fruit producer. They're not local, unfortunately. I believe they are Canadian-grown cherries, but we typically, because we use so much fruit in the brewery, especially with raspberry wheat, or berry white, a lot of the other fruit beers we do, we buy the fruit as a puree. So essentially, it's just the fruit with the seeds removed, and it comes as into these essentially pickles. And it's all aseptic, so it's not treated. It's all natural. There's no concentrate, but it's made specifically for the brewing and the winemaking industry. So it's a little bit easier for us to use, because what happens if you use whole fruit is that all the seeds and the pits can get jammed up in all the equipment, and it's a total nightmare to manage. And we don't have the equipment to process fruit for brewing. So there's companies that actually do it for us, and most of the fruit that we get is Canadian grown, whether it's from out west or local, or not entirely all local, but as much as we can get.
Much as you can, for sure. So the Cherry White, which will be released on Thursday, what's the deal? How do we get it? Where do we find it?
You come to the brewery and you buy it. Typically how that goes.
I like it. That's simple.
Simple. That's a new way of doing things. Hey, yeah, okay.
In these complicated times, let's keep it simple. Just stop by.
You're also going to be able to get it on the internet. If you like to buy beer on the internet, you can do that on our website. It'll be available on Thursday as well, as long as Tim gets it on there. But we do our best. And then we'll also, we open at noon on Thursday. So as long as the labels show up on time as well. It's a lot of moving parts. I try to give you really straight, simple answers. But
So sometime between Thursday and next week.
Yeah.
Cherry White. I love it. The Cherry Wheat Ale from Sons of Kent. You'll find that Thursday. Now, Timmer, we have another one to try. Now, before we do that and introduce you to that one, we do have a couple of questions. We did Ask a Brewer on our Facebook page and our social media, where you could ask any questions to our brewers over at Sons of Kent. While we let that settle, why don't you fire some of those questions off?
Yeah, so I think this is a good one for where we're going. This is from our friend Corey Barr. He said, when thinking of new beers to make, how much pressure do you put on yourselves to be new and original? Or how much inspiration do you draw from traditional styles? So where are you guys getting these ideas from? And do you think that you have to try all this different stuff all the time? Or do you guys just try and be yourself?
That's a good question. Honestly, the hardest part of all this is coming up with the names. We struggle with that one because it's hard. It's like coming up with a new band name every week. But the recipes themselves, we take inspiration from a lot of different places. I think all four of us have a little input, and then obviously the other brewers and everybody who works here, we try to get ideas from across the board. Cherry White honestly came as an idea because the name sounded kind of close to Berry White, and we figured we could berries. So we had the name before the beer on that one, although it's not that creative, I'm not going to lie. But a lot of the styles are just, there's a lot of different beers out there. The industry in kind of the creativity of brewers across North America is exploding, and there's a lot of really cool, crazy different stuff. I mean, sour beers are something that 3 to 4 years ago people really weren't that into, but now are a mainstay for pretty much every brewery. You almost have to have a sour beer at your brewery now. So with that being said, we like to make beers that people want to drink. So we get a lot of influence from our customers as well when they come to the tap room and they enjoy the beers in our bar or our tap room, I guess, here, and we can get some good feedback from there. But we always have new and creative ways of doing things. But we're always looking for inspiration, either whether it be at other breweries across Ontario. Obviously, having Detroit in Michigan so close has been an awesome influence for us. There's some incredible beer over there, pre-COVID, mind you. But yeah, we're always taking inspiration and trying to have fun where we can. But ultimately, we brew the beer that we think people will enjoy, and obviously we want to enjoy ourselves too.
So Elf, I know you and all the guys too. You're all over the place, and I'm sure you're hitting other breweries. How often are you bringing beer back and saying, "Guys, try this. We've got to do something like this"? Or does that happen, or is a little more to that?
I'm trying to smuggle some back every time I come. I get it through the airport in the checked baggage, and I also always bring the Sons of Kent back with me.
Yep.
I do that a few times a year, I'd say.
That's cool. Cool stuff. Tim, you got another one there?
I think this is a good question about the brewery. You said you listen to your patrons when they come in and stuff like that. This comes from our friend Tom Page. What is the beer that is not in regular rotation that is most commonly asked for to be remade?
That's a good one.
Go to Ryan GNR.
No, that's not.
No, that's good.
Oh, I can tell you who would love that to happen is my brother, Jim Regan. If you could bring back GNR, my brother would be a happy camper.
You know what? Cocoa Beware is probably the number one beer. We made that beer. It's been over 2 years since we last made that. And it's a coconut porter for those who haven't tried it or, we'll try it. The reason that we kind of stopped making it is because toasting coconut is a nightmare. This guy is well aware. I would have to go home and do it every night, and they always ask me, when are you going to make it again? And I say, when you buy me a commercial oven, I don't have to do it at my house every night. That was the decision. We actually talked about it today. So hopefully it'll be coming up soon again once we get an oven. But yeah, it's a bit of a pain doing the amount of work it takes to get it done, but it's a lot of fun and it's a really good beer. I miss it, but someday soon it will come back. But that's probably the number one that I can think of, I guess.
I was a big Blanco Sanchez fan.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if there was many of us, but man, I loved it. Yeah, I could see the reactions too. I don't think that one's coming back.
Cocoa Beware was the first beer I had at Sons of Kent. It was pre-grand opening, and Alfie hooked me up with the Cocoa Beware. Great memories from Sons of Kent. That's a new feature we have.
So Ask a Brewer here tonight. Tom Page just had that question. I think he's got a great idea, guys. You do listen to your patrons. Tom says, sounds like you guys better get on the Scary White for Halloween, an orange beer.
That's a good one.
There you go, Tommy.
There's another deal where you come up with a name first, you figure out the rest later.
See what happens after that.
A wheat beer for every Spice Girl. Scary Spice.
Nice.
Wow.
Spice, I don't know, sporty white. I don't know what kind of beer that is, but
maybe a little bit of Gatorade in there or something.
They're good.
Wow.
This is why we
fantastic.
brainstorm more on this podcast.
This is what it's about. We get some great ideas here, guys. So okay, again, let's backtrack again. The Cherry White's going to be available on Thursday at Sons of Kent, sonsofkent.com. Head into the brewery to try it out. Very good. I see you guys are just finishing yours off. Should we move on to the next beer, the little shorties here that we've got? Let's crack these open. Of course.
Doug hit ours somewhere.
All right, so you're going to go get those. While you're doing that, John says, how about a little pumpkin spice? There's an option for you.
Oh, we love pumpkin beer, especially this guy.
We actually have a sign here in the back of the brewery that says 100 or 1,081 days without brewing a pumpkin beer.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think we'll see that happen. Ryan says he's got some ideas for you. So, hey, you know what? I like it back here where Corey said, we make beers that people want to drink, a sound business model. So, yeah, thanks, guys, for jumping in on that. Appreciate it here. Episode number 11 of Season 2 of the 3Beer Pod. We're debuting some brews here from Sons of Kent, the local brewery for us. But if you haven't visited or you're not local, sonsofkent.com, you can find them in Chatham, Ontario. So the boys are pulling the new one there. Tim, have you cracked yours?
I cracked it. I haven't tried it yet, though, bud.
All right. Show us yours, Tim. Show us what you got there, bud.
There we go.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Guys, tell us about this one. Colin, you going to give us the background on this one?
Yeah, sure. This is a fun beer. It's taken a long time to come alive. We bought tequila barrels about a year ago, and we had some beer aging in tequila barrels for this big party we were going to throw that COVID threw a little bit of a wrench into. So this, we had a tequila-infused, margarita-inspired sour beer, which is a Goza. A little salty, a little sour, a little bit of lime juice in there. And it's going to come to life. It's here today. It'll be available next week. It's called Island Time. We're really excited about it. And yeah, there's the picture of it right in front of Alf's face there.
Yep. Alf's wearing it this time.
That's a lot better to look at.
It's a barrel-aged margarita sour. We're really excited about this one. It's taken a long time to show its face, I guess you can say. Yeah, it's tasty. It's a little taste of summer, which is nice, you know, even though summer's kind of wrapping up, but it's still here in time. It's going to be short cans, these little guys with labels on them.
This will be the label right there. Island Time, the tequila barrel aged margarita sour from Sons of Kent. So this will be available next Thursday, right?
Yeah, you can count the days yourself because I'm not sure when that is. But.
Very good. What do you think, Timmer?
I think it's really good, and I don't like tequila at all, but you're not getting a lot of tequila. It's more that lime taste to it, and it's refreshing.
It's subtle.
It's so subtle, and I feel like this is going to make summer of September still happen. Yeah. These two beers, I'm digging this.
It's very good. I do dig that. That is good. And you know what, guys? This may be the first time ever on the 3 Beer Pod I drink 3 beers.
Oh,
this may be the night. It hasn't happened. I've kind of broken my own rule, but no, very, very good. Nice mix here. So these are the next two. So coming up next Thursday this Thursday, I should say, Cherry White from Sons of Kent. The Thursday after, head back in for Island Time. And of course, you can get these beers at sonsofkent.com. Or, of course, just walk inside the brewery and you can track it down right there. That is good. I'm digging that.
Yeah.
I'm digging that.
I mean, we don't get to drink these very much because it's already packaged in the cans. We don't have any left. I'm going to crack these open and enjoy them before we sell them. I guess it's kind of cool. So.
No, that's really good. That's really good. Timmer, we got some more. Ask the brewer. What do we have?
Yeah, there was one that goes here with sours, and I know, like, when it comes to sours, some people are just like, nope, not having sours, and that was me a few years back because it's just not. It doesn't taste like beer to me when you drink it. But if you're in the mood or ready for that palate to have a sour, it's a delicious beer style. So the question was, what is a flavor in a sour beer that you guys would like to try that you haven't? Like this is a unique one with the tequila flavor. Where else could we go with sour beers that people could be able to try these out?
Yeah, we've done a lot.
We've done a lot. You know,
sugar beets.
Sugar beets. That's the one. Brussels sprouts. These. I love the smell of Brussels sprouts myself.
No.
It's a unique one.
Dill pickles. Yeah. You know, we have.
Wow.
That would be.
But you know, we've run through the gauntlet on fruit. You know, most of the fruit that we can source, we've kind of run through a lot of it, and we do have some cool ideas that are going to be coming up in the next couple months that we're going to start brewing. But you know, we've been mixing different fruits together. You know, those hi-fi beers we put out for our 3-year anniversary in June. You know, we've mixed some different fruits together, whether it be with triple berry, which was blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries, stuff like that. We can mix them together, which adds some more complexity and actually gives us a lot more opportunity to try some different flavors that we haven't been able to try yet. But yeah, so it's sometimes it's challenging to source the fruit itself, which adds a great kind of complements the sour beers very well. But whenever there's new and creative flavors that come out, we try to get on them as quick as we can before they sell out or before they run out. A lot of fruit is seasonal, as you can imagine, especially tropical stuff and stuff coming from other places other than Canada. So it can be tricky, but whatever is fresh and is available, we try to get our hands on it and go for it. So, yeah.
Couple weeks back, Tim, in season 2, we had Bad Idea Bro about some bad combos of beer, and it was after that brewery down in the States came out with mustard beer, and the reviews. Sorry, Colin, what was that?
Have you tried it? Because it might be really good.
Well, that's the thing. It's down in the U.S. We didn't get to try it, but all the reviews were that it was delicious. So we got in a whole conversation of beer combos and ingredients that wouldn't work. And the one that keeps popping in my mind is mayonnaise. That would not be a good mix. What? Yeah, see, I told you. What else did we have, Timmer? We had some real bad mixes that we were throwing out there with the Bad Idea Bro.
Yeah, I can't.
Sorry, Alfie, what'd you say?
Hot dog water.
Oh, hot dog water. That was another one. Yeah.
We've been entertaining the hot dog water.
Hot dog water might not be that bad.
What do you got to lose?
Yeah.
Especially the cost.
Yeah.
But when you guys are sitting around and somebody says, hey, do a tequila or do a cherry, or has there ever been one of those ideas you're like, no, but you're kind of on it? You're like, well, maybe. Like somebody obviously had a mustard idea and they ran with it and it worked. But like, is there anything along those lines that have come up in a meeting or a conversation?
I don't know. I feel like we've honestly entertained so many different ideas, but we're the dill pickle one honestly comes up all the time, and a lot of people bring that one in. It goes well with the sour idea, and I think it could work. We haven't done it. Other breweries have done this, and I've never had one myself, but I know it's out there. So there's funky, crazy stuff that goes on. We're always open to experimenting. Some beer styles work better than others, you can imagine. But yeah, we're always kind of ready to go. And some people come in and have awesome ideas. And I don't know exactly, I can't pinpoint one in particular that's like been the one that's crossed the line, but we always take those ideas as inspiration and run with them. So yeah, it's good. Well, here's another Ask the Brewer. Tom says, I'd love to try a gin and tonic beer. Would that be doable? Would that be something you could whip up? Ooh, tonic.
Yeah, I've had a couple of them that were really good.
Yeah.
All right.
Still a possibility.
So don't rule that one out there. Totally going for it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So once again, this week it's the Cherry White from Sons of Kent. Thursday, look for that. Next Thursday will be the Island Time. And are we talking about 3 weeks from now, or are we going to keep that one under wraps? What do you want to say about the next one?
All right, let's keep it rolling.
Absolutely.
What else have we got?
Yeah, we have no label for the next beer, but the following Thursday, we have
Not this Thursday, not next Thursday, but
which is the date?
3:30.
3 Thursdays from now. Hold on to your hats. It's going to go wild. We've got our seasonal wet hop beer coming out called Backyards. Yeah, so we're excited about that. We got a whole bunch of fresh hops. The beer is almost finished. We're going to be putting it in cans for the first time this year, and it'll be available in 3 weeks. So we're really excited about that. So we're going to have a really small batch of the beer, but Sasquatch wet hops. He's a little Sasquatch guy because he's part of the story. But we used all local grown hops in the wet hop beer. So the hops come fresh right off the farm. They come straight to the brewery. They go in the tank from harvest off the vine to into the tank within 2 hours. So super fresh. The beer's already being brewed while we were out there grabbing the hops. So it was kind of exciting. We brought it back as quick as we could, got them in the tank. And it adds a really cool, unique flavor to the beer that you can only get this time of year. So it's kind of our fall beer, I guess you could say, our harvest beer. So really excited about that. If anybody had last year's, I thought it was fantastic. We got a lot of really good reviews on it as well. So I think this beer is just as good, if not better. We're really excited. So 3 weeks, Backyards, wet hop.
All right, 4 weeks from now, what do we got? Have we looked that far ahead?
That's real deep.
We have it.
It's coming. We do.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh,
We'll have to talk
That's
October
exciting
1st.
stuff.
I've wrote down the dates to help us out. So this week is Thursday. It's the 10th. It'll be Cherry White. 17th is Island Time, and the 24th Backyards is back. So you can jump on those for the month of September. You guys have been busy. Tim, what else have we got with our Ask the Brewer?
We nailed a couple. Our beer nerd Darren Eber was asking about the wet hops. I know he's excited about the Backyards. I think the other question is what beer are you guys most proud of, and what makes Sons of Kent different? You have a good local following, but what makes you guys? What separates you guys from other breweries?
We're all like really good looking.
Check.
Especially Doug. Wow.
Yeah.
He's been working out.
Oh God.
I think that's fantastic.
That's it. Hey, we'll take that. I want to know, what beer are you drinking when you're not drinking Sons of Kent? What are you having?
I will say, Juice Box is an awesome beer, and I'm not just gonna throw that up there. We're really proud of that one. It's taken a lot of work to get that beer to what it is today. Being in the LCBO and getting some of the hype and the reviews that we get on that beer across Ontario is something that I'm proud of, and I think we all are. I can speak on behalf of all of us for that. 8-Track is another beer that's that beer was kind of this idea before the brewery even opened 4 years ago, of what we thought would be a great beer for not only Chatham but for Ontario. It was kind of this balance of what we thought we could really showcase what Sons of Kent is, and I think that beer's done really well for us too. We're really proud of that. For me, I guess, what do I drink when I'm not drinking Sons of Kent? It's not often, only because I have so much of it that I enjoy it 90% of the time. I enjoy some collective art stuff. Nothing biased. I used to work there, but I do enjoy a lot of the beers they put out. I've enjoyed some of the Red Barn stuff. There's a wasp in here, I swear. I've enjoyed some of the Red Barn stuff. I was there last weekend for the grand opening, and that the porter they have is fantastic.
Yeah,
really enjoyed that. But I'm all over the place. I'm always excited to try new beers that are coming out all the time. And whenever somebody brings something new in for me, I'm not incredibly loyal to any one beer or brand, but I try and enjoy them all. I guess I don't know what you guys.
What about you guys? What are you drinking when it's not an SOK?
I like Exchange in Niagara on the Lake, and Bellwoods in Toronto, and Blood Brothers in Toronto. I like those are my probably top 3.
Delicious.
And I could give you a list of Michigan.
We could be a while, eh?
Yeah, we're not going to be going there anytime.
Yeah, true story.
Doug, Alf, what about you guys?
Well, my Sons of Kent stash runs low out in BC. I roll with some beers from Phillips and a little brewery called Backcountry, as well as I had the odd Red Truck here.
Doug, you?
Not bad. I mean, honestly, of all the beers I've drank in the last year, I would say the only one I've had is Red Barn. If I'll bring stuff back from BC, I usually have that, which he does. I'm a big fan of the Red Truck Brewery out in BC, but in Ontario, the guys at Red Barn are making some good beer. I have the chocolate porter; it's fantastic.
Yeah. It is good. We wanted to talk about your hand sanitizer as well that you do have available still at the brewery. And I know kids getting back to school here right now, and families starting to kind of open up a little bit. That is available if you're looking for hand sanitizer. Do you have lots left still?
Yeah, we started to punch out a bit of hand sanitizer a couple months ago. We still have a bit left. So you got a liquid version and a gel version.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sanitize everything.
Yeah.
Sanitize everything.
Sanitize your whole life.
Sanitize your life. Sounds like a Spice Girls song.
Yeah. We're really
Spice Girls. I can see that. Timber, you got anything else, buddy?
No, I'm good, bud. I would say the Sons of Kent hand sanitizer is way better than some of the other products that I've seen out there. I tried one today. It smelled like I was dumping raw tequila on my hands. Sons of Kent hand sanitizer is a great product. I would check it out. And again, try the 2 different versions. Find which one you like. We're trying to stay safe here during COVID, and the guys at Sons of Kent jumped on board and wanted to help us out. So check out that product for sure.
I'm certainly on board, guys, but it tastes horrible. Horrible aftertaste.
And, if anyone's looking for hand sanitizer, send us an email at orders@sonsofken.com, and one of our sales reps will get back to you.
You should put your personal phone number on.
I could do that, but
Call Doug.
That is awesome. All right, let's go over this once again. The Cherry White coming out this Thursday. It'll be at Sons of Kent and SOK. You can find them in Chatham-Kent or sonsofkent.com. Island Time is available next Thursday, which will be the 17th of September, and then Backyards the 24th, and then we're looking into October at that point, and we'll have to chat about that again. Guys, you kick ass. You're awesome. Thanks a lot for joining us again.
thanks for having us, guys.
Peace and love.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
See you, boys.
Good to see
Appreciate
you.
it once again. There's our friends over at Sons of Kent, our first ever guests on the 3Beer Pod. There they are, the boys from Sons of Kent, sonsofkent.com. That, Timmer, is good stuff. I love those guys. Good fun.
Always good dudes. I miss being over there as often as I have in the past, and hopefully things clear up and you can get over there. Check out the patio. It looks great. It's a beautiful spot there. They've done a great job. Always love Sons of Kent. And I think we should also mention great community supporters as well. They brewed that free beer for the Children's Treatment Center, which we obviously mentioned in the past, but I think it's worth mentioning in again that they support the community as well. They make great beer. They support the community. Good dudes. You can't beat it, really. Love the brewery.
Cherry White, Island Time. Look for it. Look for it. Timmer, let's get to our beer buzz here tonight. We've got some beer buzz to hit on. What do we got going on there? Timmer, you had something to start with.
Oh, yeah. So the last week we had Wellington on, and they talked about the Welly Cask Fest that they weren't able to have this year, and they said that they're going to be putting out a package there. I think you got a graphic there, don't you, Cloudy? Yeah.
There you go, buddy.
So they got the Welly Canned, which is a fantastic purchase. I saw this pop up today about 8 minutes before the podcast started and bought one. I bought the I bought a case of beer.
Tim, I love how you sell it as a fantastic purchase to try to sell it more to your wife. Like, oh, it's a fantastic purchase because I bought two.
Yeah, so you can go online to their website and you can get the 12-can edition for $50, or you can get the 24-can edition. Obviously, I went 24-can edition for $95, and it comes with a whole crazy amount of beers, different kinds. So the Rising Tide that we had on last week, that collaboration pack is part of the Candyland. Is that what it's called? Canland, Welly Canland package, and then they also brewed one with Alora, Block 3, Red Circle, and Welf Beer. Those are 4 different ones that are in there. So there's 8 different beers, and then they put 4 of their core brands in there. And then I times that by 2, so I got 24. And we've got a board game to come with it. So when this comes in, it also comes with the board game, a deck of cards, some die, 2 tasting glasses, and 2 tokens to the next Cask Fest, and a sticker.
Al, you'd be stupid not to, Timmer.
Nailed it. Order it up, folks. Good stuff. Welly Canland.
Episode 10. Go back and check it out. Timmer, I got a couple videos we can hit on here at the Beer Buzz this week. This one went viral over the weekend. You know when you go have you ever been skydiving? You're not the skydiving type.
No. I've barely been in a plane, pal.
No. So this is a young man who goes skydiving. You know how you strap yourself to another man?
Yes.
And you jump up. So this guy is, before they even leave the plane, passes out. Gone. Zonk. So they still jump. And now what you're going to see is the instructor try to wake him up. And he comes to life while hurtling towards the earth. Okay? So watch it.
This guy's totally passed out. Okay. And then that was amazing. That's the best reaction I've seen. That's sometimes what I look like when my wife wakes me up off the couch. It's very similar to that reaction. I think it was just a full off scream. So you think that dude just immediately had regrets and passed out as soon as he jumped out? We'll post this video to our Facebook page. Yeah,
check this.
Amazing.
So I'm. That's me when I say I'll pick up the tab and then they deliver the bill and I'm like, oh, Lord.
I've done that a couple of times. I think probably at Sons of Kent. It's very similar. Hey, I'll buy everything. Oh, that's the tab.
I got this one, boys. I got this one. So, Timmer, we've talked about sports quite a bit. Obviously, we're big sports fans. One of my favorite things with sports right now is that there's nobody there, and they're kicking people out of, like, in baseball, when a pitcher's sitting 40 rows up in the stands, just sitting back enjoying the game, and the umpire makes a bad call, and he's like, oh, come on, it's a horrible call. The umpire has to look in the crowd and is like, you up there, and then he has to make that slow walk down.
You have to find them between the cutouts, the cardboard cutouts, and like, oh,
exactly.
That's a real human right there.
I think Geddy Lee got thrown out of a Jays game the other day, awkwardly. Picked his cardboard cutout and threw him out. This happened this past weekend. Mike Rizzo is the general manager of the Washington Nationals, and he is in a suite, which is picture an empty Major League Baseball stadium 3 levels up, okay? 3 levels up, yet there's nobody at the games because nobody can be there. So Rizzo hates the call, and he gets kicked out.
You're down. You're out. Okay, we'll wait for you.
Wow, somebody's getting kicked out. Hunter Wendelstedt sees somebody in the upper deck or in the second deck.
So now they got to find the guy. Look at the place is empty.
There's no one in this. It's an empty stadium.
Nobody's there.
Hunter Wendelstedt saw it, and
so now they're trying to figure out who's getting kicked out.
The second deck or third deck, and they said, "We'll wait for you."
Here he is.
Better not be Mike Rizzo.
Yeah,
he's way the hell up there.
He's just standing there like, bring it.
With the club
like,
here in Atlanta.
Who me?
It is.
Why?
It might be the way he was yelling.
Hey, bud,
back.
call him. I don't have his number.
What's he drinking in that bottle right there? What you drinking, bud?
Cherry White, I think.
Yeah, that might do it. I love how they just they're on the dugout phone.
So,
making a phone call.
Hunter,
say, who's this guy?
Hey, Brian,
they're trying to track him down.
Yeah, Joe West. Now,
I know, but
Joe West, who's the oldest umpire in baseball right there. So this guy's up here like, me? What do you mean, me? I'm 3 levels away.
Have your mask on in public.
What's he looking like? He's like, they're not going to kick me out.
Standing. I don't see him.
So now they're calling him on his cell phone. Hey, Mike, get out of here.
Charged with Brave security and ask whoever is there to.
So now they got to find somebody to kick him out. So it goes on and on. I don't have to play the whole thing here, but
it's amazing.
He gets kicked out from 3 levels away for yelling. So originally there was discussion that he got kicked out for not wearing a mask. There's nobody in the suite. There's nobody around.
I saw that.
They're 600 feet away.
Yeah, Aubrey Huff. I saw him comment that. What a dick. Yeah.
So
come on, you got kicked out for not wearing a mask. Come on.
That's my favorite, though.
Here's my question. If you're at a Blue Jays game, I'd be at a Comerica Park at a Tigers game.
Yep.
How many times do you think you would have been kicked out if the umpire could hear what you actually had to say to the umpire?
Oh.
What if they just started chucking people like that if they could actually hear you? I would be kicked out often. Not for vulgarity, but probably for persistent nagging.
I've seen you kicked out of a 2-pitch game.
Well,
I watched that happen one time. That was entertaining in itself.
Well, Rick Nichols had it coming.
Future MPP.
Yes.
Got an earful that night, eh?
Our MPP used to umpire our games, and we might have disagreed. Whatever.
Claim to fame.
Yeah,
right there.
That was good.
You guys have never agreed since.
No, we haven't. Yeah, so I'm glad that at a Comerica Park Tigers game that the umpires couldn't actually hear people. But they just start chucking people every game.
I hope they do that. Just like, and then they sponsor it. This fan sponsored by
See you
Roy's
later.
Tequila.
Had too many. I
It's too many.
can't imagine. Did they actually get him out of the stadium eventually?
Yeah,
They just called him up and said, "Time to go."
Yeah,
Time to go, bud.
I think that big umpire Joe West walked all the way up through the concession stands.
I do not think that Country Joe West is making it that far in the stands. He's lucky to be making it out to behind home plate.
Timmer, buddy, good episode. We are just working on some confirmation for next week's episode, and I'm really excited for next week. Not that I'm not excited for every episode, but I think people are going to love next week's guest. It'll be.
I think so too. If that one comes through, buddy, I think that's a really special one. For sure. It was great to talk to the guys from Sons of Kent tonight, for sure. Good dudes. Good place to drink some beer. Next week is going to be awesome though if that one comes through. For sure.
Keep an eye on our social medias. We'll let you know who that is. Of course, track down our friends over at Sons of Kent, one of our sponsors here tonight. Sons of Kent, sonsofkent.com. You can track them down. Don't forget to try out there. See if I can do this. Can I do this? No, I can't. There we go. Cherry White, which is coming up this Thursday. September 10th, the brand new cherry wheat ale from Sons of Kent. Look for that Thursday, September 10th. You heard it here first on the 3BeerPod. Island Time, the tequila barrel-aged margarita sour from Sons will be on the 17th, which is 2 Thursdays from now. And then Backyards returns. We don't have the can for that, but Backyards will be back on the 24th, and then some new stuff coming in October. So thanks to Sons for being one of our sponsors here tonight. Yes. Corey, no way. Yeah.
He just stops for a hot dog. Country Joe West on the way.
Of course he does. Thanks to Shauna over at the Health House, so one of our sponsors, long time. We always appreciate Shauna and her support. And to
Chris McLeod, just selling houses left and right in this hot market. Call him today. List your house. 36 beers on the house from Chris McLeod. Contracts pending.
Yeah, contracts pending. We'll work on that. The details will come. Timmer, thanks, buddy. Download this on Wednesday mornings. You can, of course, watch us every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Timmer, have a good one, bud.
Yeah, you too, buddy. Sit.
Cheers.